Hello and welcome back to a new channel update video. As always, Rock here, and for starters, I'd just like to state that if I sound a little funny, it's because I do. I've recently just become sick. I'm not quite sure what it's from, but I have an idea of what the sickness is, but I am sick, so I will probably sound a little bit funny. So there's a few topics that we want to talk about today in this channel update video, since we haven't really done a channel update video in quite some time, and I figured it was about time to do so, as I didn't have any content for today, so this will be the content. So the first thing we're going to talk about is some of the recent series that we've ended, as well as some of the recent series we've started. So recently we've ended quite a few series, such as Penumbra Overture. We finished, or rather the Let's Play Penumbra Overture we recently finished, or last month. We also finished To Greener Pastures last month, as well as The Wolf Among Us. Let's play The Wolf Among Us. A lot of good games. Penumbra Overture didn't quite end the way I was expecting, and it wasn't really as horrifying or terrifying as I was kind of expecting. It was a very mild game, and realistically, once we got that pickaxe, it became not really that scary. I think what that game lacked in general was that we had a weapon, therefore the fear factor of it is kind of diminished quite a bit because we have a way to fight back. Now, there was a mob or two that we couldn't actually kill, which made things a little bit scarier, but in general, we could kill about a majority of the mobs in the game with the pickaxe, which made things a lot less scary. To Greener Pastures are a series from our Monumental Victory series. Was a lot of fun. It was a tad on the easier side, but that was what the map was intended to be. And it was a good map to kind of go to as a relaxer, more or less. So like we did Rugged Horizons and To Greener Pastures as a kind of relaxer maps to give ourselves a break from a lot of the harder maps that we've been playing recently, or had been playing recently before that. And so we used To Greener Pastures as a way to relax a bit, to not burn ourselves out with CTMs. And then The Wolf Among Us was a game that was by Telltale Games, the creators of the Walking Dead game, and I had really high hopes for The Wolf Among Us because I really enjoyed the Walking Dead, and I have to say my expectations were met and like exceeded what I meant, because that game was really the Wolf Among Us was really fun, and I am super excited for the episode 2 of The Wolf Among Us, and hopefully you guys are as well, because I'll be continuing the LP of The Wolf Among Us, so hopefully you guys are looking forward to that, because I know I will be. As for a new series that we started, excuse me, Leon there, a new series that we started the new installment of Monument of Victory, which coincidentally enough, well, maybe not coincidentally enough, but surprisingly enough, we did we started with a co-op LP with a buddy of ours, Amlep, which most of you guys should know, or all of you guys should know, Amlep, or another Minecraft LP. We started the map Monstrosity by Cold Fusion Gaming. So far, we have 7 episodes complete, and I'd have to say I'm having a lot of fun with the map, and from the comments that I've seen and such, that a lot of you guys are really enjoying it as well, so that's going to be fun. Another new series that we started is the Arachnopocalypse Developers Commentary. Now, this is something that I've been waiting to do for a while, and I waited a little bit, about 2 months, I believe it's about 2 months after the map was released, to start the Developers Commentary. This was kind of just to give time for people to play the map, as well as to a few of the LPs that I was watching to complete before I started. So we have 2 episodes of the Arachnopocalypse Developer Commentary out so far. next week, or next week after this video is released, we'll be continuing on with episode 3+ of the Arachnopocalypse Developers Commentary. And you guys should enjoy that a lot. But I will say, however, that once the Arachnopocalypse Developers Commentary is complete, we will be doing another update pass of the map, the balance pass, another item update, etc., of the map, and that will happen. That will be 1.2 of the map. But that is a good idea of some of the new series we started. We also did make public our Patreon campaign, which there should be a link either in the description or on the page about here or here. The Patreon campaign is used as a way to try to raise money in order to kind of try to use YouTube as a full-time opportunity / adventure. For now, I'm trying to. I would ideally like to try to move into YouTube as a full-time career, and with Patreon I'd be able to do so earlier than normal, but we'll see how that goes. I'm going to continue doing things how they are now, and we'll see how things go. Aside from that, I just recently returned from Minecon. As some of you know, the people who follow me on Twitter will know, I had went to Minecon, and I will have to say it was fantastic. The event itself was really fun. However, the biggest part that I really enjoyed the most was meeting with people and hanging out with people. So, I got to hang out. The main group that I hung out with was, Axel Rosie, and all these people that I mentioned. I will put either annotations to their YouTube / Twitter, or I'll leave the info in the description down below. The safest bet is that you'll find the info down in the description, in case I don't have the opportunity to put the annotations and stuff. But Axel Rosie, I also hung up with some of these people you won't know unless you kind of join the streams and the Rosie streams and such like that. But Axel Rosie, we hung out with Mia Tanaka, or as we've dubbed her, Moya. We hang out with James RCTE, one of them. Also hang out with Geen, or GamerGeek227, Ikariki, and I think that's it. That was the main group. Well, Ikariki joined us for a visit, but the main group was the others. And if you join our live streams, me and Rosie's live streams, you'll know most of those names. If not, they're probably new to you. But that was the main hangout group that we spent most of the time hanging out with. And overall, it was such a fun experience. On the Friday, we went to the Minecraft meet and greet party at the bowling alley, and that was so much fun. I got to meet a whole bunch of the Minecrafters, and I just want to say that all of them that I met were amazing. They were such fun guys to talk to, and they're all really cool. But specifically, who I got to talk with and meet with and stuff was good. I met with most of them. There was a couple I didn't get to meet or get autographs from, but the ones that I have my fondest memories of was I got to, walk over and talk with Vintage Beef and Pause and Pause, which in general, they're really big inspirations for me. They're probably, I know at least Vintage Beef and Pause as well, were kind of big, how do you say that? Big inspirations for me as a YouTuber. I remember watching them a long time ago, and they gave me a lot of inspiration. And so I met with them. I shook their hands and thanked them for being such big inspirations. And surprisingly enough, Beef actually knew of my name. He didn't know where he knew me from, but he knew of my name, which kind of made me smile a lot, because he knew of my name, which I guess I would say that was a big thing. After that, I saw Zisto. Zisto is, I gotta say, a really cool guy. He was fun to talk to, and it was funny because I talked to him a little bit, and he's like, what was he saying? He's like, thanks for beating Infernal Minds in about 10 episodes or so and making me look bad. Jerk. So the funny part is that he called me a jerk, which is just in general is a very he was very joking with it. He wasn't intentionally calling me a jerk or anything, but he was very joking with it, and I gotta say, even with that, it made me laugh so much, or let me smile so much, because he's a really cool guy. And I actually got to talk to him and see him quite a few times throughout the Minecraft party / convention. So overall, Zisto's a really cool guy. Pause and Vintage Beef are really cool guys. A lot of the other ones I kind of saw in glancing or said hi. Seth Bling and Generic B, Pyro. A lot of the other ones I saw in passing and stuff. Like MC Gamer and stuff. And I didn't really get to chat a whole lot with them. At least in comparison to Zisto and Vintage Beef and Pause. But they were, from when I met them, they were all really cool guys. And after that, we went to the Minecon. Like I said earlier, Minecon was fun, but I think the biggest part of it was meeting people and hanging out with people. So there wasn't anything specifically. I got the whole thing was memorable. But I would say like special. The whole thing was awesome, but I wouldn't say there's anything exclusively special about the whole thing. But overall, a lot of fun. And I think that's kind of, if I'm trying to keep this fairly short, that's probably the extent of the whole fiasco. Well, not fiasco. The whole stuff. The whole stuff. That's kind of the gist of it all. And overall, so much fun. It was probably one of the funnest weekends I've had ever. Just because of all hanging out with all the people and meeting all the people and stuff. And funny thing enough, I actually was asked for an autograph, which I thought was awesome. And I could imagine that if I had actually, put a picture of myself out, that I might have gotten maybe a couple more requests for autographs. But in general, the getting asked for my autograph made me smile and made my day so much. But I think that's it. I think I've been rambling on for a little bit now, and I think that is good for today's channel update. Next week we'll be back. We'll be back with a normal schedule of Monstrosity and Arachnopocalypse Developer's Commentary. As this week has kind of chopped up a bit because I had ran out of content while I was away at Minecon. But we'll get back to a normal schedule, and we'll be good. So, as always, if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, or feedback, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the episode, do feel free to leave a like. It always helps. As always, this is Rock, and I'll catch you guys next time.